the Loft here in, I guess, close to downtown Tucson.
Yeah, the day has come and we are about to go see Revenge of the Nerds.
But not just Revenge of the Nerds with Curtis Armstrong himself. And we're all decked out in our lambda gear. No Omega moves tonight.
No.
But those moves know how to party. But either way, we're gonna go in and see what we can see. It's actually declared Nerds Day by our mayor.
Yes, and we're about to nerd out.
It's pretty exciting.
Nerd on.
Get our nerd on.
So we got free champagne and finger foods. Everyone wants the champagne. And the cookies, there's a lot of cookies left, but I'm gonna grab me some champagne. A little bit of the bubbly.
It's a celebration.
Yes, yeah. A totally radical, tubular, super groovy.
80s celebration.
Yeah.
Feels like a nerdy ice cream social with no ice cream.
You got beer.
Plenty of beer.
Plenty of beer.
Charles!
Floating in the summer sky, panic attacks, it's river. Something here from somewhere else. Water she springs to life, opens up one eager eye, and we'll be singing on the sky, riding high and round the moon.
I can't.
So not only has the mayor gotten his EGs early, but a Nerds Day with Curtis Armstrong.
Here. There's even a plus.
Proclamation.
Remember the 8th of November. Nerds! Nerds!
We'll embrace our favorite nerd, Curtis Armstrong.
I love you too. I shouldn't shout. So thank you all. Enjoy the film, and we'll talk after.
20th Century Fox presents another milestone in motion picture history. Revenge of the Nerds.
Nerds.
Nerds!
What is a nerd?
It's time for the odd to get even. Revenge of the Nerds. Their time has come.
I drink to that. Nerds rule. Please welcome Booger. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
We love you, Curtis.
Oh, thank you. So this is way too exciting. Okay, so Curtis, just tell us a little bit. So the book, by the way, has all these great stories about the making of nerds here in Tucson.
Yes.
You also go into detail about how you were not real thrilled initially with the character of Booger.
Well, there was not a character to speak of when we started the movie. The first version that I saw, the Booger basically was non-existent. I mean, he was there to pick his nose and belch, which of course is basically why he's still there. But there were no real lines or anything. There was really nothing there, and in fact, I was not reading for Booger. There was nothing to read, but aside from that, I auditioned for the film reading Gilbert, reading the Anthony Edwards. Told my agent, I said, here's the deal. If these people love me so much and they want me in their movie, I will do Poindexter. That's a good part. I can make something of Poindexter. But if they offer me Booger, forget it. I'm not doing it. I'm turning it down flat. I don't need to know any more about this. If it's Booger, no. Poindexter, yes. Absolutely. End of discussion. And my agent said, are you sure of that? And I said, I'm very sure. There's nothing there. There's nothing for that character. I will not demean myself by going and stay on film in front of millions of people and pick my nose and belch. I'm not playing Booger. Slammed down the phone. And the agent called back about 10 minutes later and said, well, they offered you Booger. I said, okay.
How many of the Nerds actors were self-identified as nerds?
Not many. I would say me, maybe Anthony, me and Anthony, maybe. I mean, now that I think about it.
Do you think that one reason Booger is so effective is because it's a sprinkling of Booger rather than a full-on
It's a sprinkling of Booger. My God, that's a great word. A sprinkling of Booger.
I mean, too much Booger would be too much Booger, don't you think?
It would be. You're right. No, and that was the problem with the later movies, I thought, or one of the problems of many, was that, you know, what makes this movie work so well is all of the nerds, including Booger, are there just enough. And then in the later movies, mainly because Anthony wasn't there, they just gave us all more to do. But you don't want to see more. You don't really need to see more. So that's why I think the first movie worked better than any of the others.
Yes.
Yeah.
The University of Arizona was not quite so
They weren't so happy. They were not happy. The university, which is what happens, you know, when you're shooting on a place with a lot of impressionable young people who have had no experience in anything much, you have to send the script ahead of time and clear it with the administration, and they sent sort of a version of our script, and one of the understandings was that there would be no full frontal nudity.
We love the tits!
And that was really important that we understood that, and they found out that there were scenes, in fact, that were full frontal nudity, and they almost shut us down because we'd gone against the agreement that we had made with them, and we wound up having to explain that the scenes that were being shot with full frontal nudity were for the European release of the film.
So you say you make backstories for your characters, no matter how small, to kind of get the feel.
I don't do it anymore.
Well, okay, so in Curb Your Enthusiasm, did you ever get your laptop back that you lost?
Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, I know. I did. No, I never got it back. Yeah, it was an interesting thing.
Well, we just saw you at Phoenix Comic-Con earlier this year, and we lost our minds when we got through that episode. Yeah, so it was kismet again to have you on screen.
Well, thank you. Is Jerry Dahlman still here? Yes, sir. Where are you? There he is! Jerry Dahlman was the head of the acting academy that I went to in Michigan in 1973, and I had no idea where the man was until he showed up here tonight.
Parting words for Tucson?
Oh, just, I mean, you know, amazing that this has happened. You know, to have gone so long without being back here. Every place I've been for other movies, places I've shot, I've gone back to for one reason or another, except Tucson until today. And it's been awesome and quick, but thank you. And thank you for coming tonight.
We're back again. We met you at Phoenix Comic-Con.
Yes.
And we'd love for you to sign our
sure
covers. We already got the picture of you.
Thank you. Do I sign this to you? Or?
Late to the party. is our group.
Late to the party.
Right.
Yeah. Of course.
That's our little YouTube group. And then that's me. And then of course the proclamation, man. You got Tucson.
I know.
To create a proclamation.
I know. You want this to you?
You can do that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's fine with us. We appreciate it, Curtis, especially you coming here. We really did lose our minds when we saw you on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, we did.
It was fun. We appreciate it so much. You mind if we get a video selfie with you? It's video. We're just going to do a snapshot of something. That's good. That's perfect, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
You bet.
Have fun at the con with the gang.
Thank you.
Hi.
How do I make this application? Or do I just sign?
Just
sign?
Wing it how you like to do it.
Well, no, I have to find out for you. You have a name?
My name is Tim.
So should I?
Tim the Tank.
Tim?
Tim
the Tank.
Tim the Tank.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't write that.
He works at Adams College.
I do.
Do you really?
I brought you a 3D printed bookmark from Adams College.
Wow.
It's the U of A really, but it's Adams College.
You know what? I'm going to put that right
from the library where I work. And I'm upset you were around today. I didn't know about it. I would have not worked today. I just wouldn't walk around the campus all day. Why isn't Tim at his desk?
He's wandering around with Booger. And to Tim also?
You can do that with Tim and Ashley.
To Tim and Ashley. Oh, so you get part of it.
I get a little part of it.
We just got married. We just got married,
ago.
so we got to share stuff, I guess. Thank you.
At the U of A.
That's wonderful.
It was our first movie in a theater as a married.
No.
And it was our first movie when we moved into our new house. Because it was already unpacked, and I'm like, let's watch Revenge of the Nerds.
We're gonna go shoot the movie locations with Michelle as well. So walk the path that you guys took.
Some scouting.
Good.
Took some pictures and lined some shots up.
Excellent.
Would you mind putting your favorite quote in there?
I don't really have a favorite quote.
Nerds rule.
Yeah.
What's your?
Do you have a favorite movie?
My
quote
favorite
in
is
general?
what the fuck are lobster claws?
What the fuck are lobster claws?
There you go.
Tim and Ashley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, adjusting for inflation, what do you think the value of that mountain's worth?
Was. Yeah, I know.
He's heard that.
You can also write down the recipe for that killer eggnog with lighter fluid. Yeah, it'll be good.
By the way, Gable's nothing like Trump because Gable was redeemed eventually in the third movie.
That's true.
Yeah, he was.
Yep, he
was. There's no redemption the other way.
That's right.
We follow your Twitter. We're with you.
Sleazy hotel owner
We're
at
with
number
you.
2. That's Trump.
Okay, yeah. James Wong?
Hey, he has to write his, he has to draw his toupee on his hair. He draws it squeaks.
Yeah, but I had to watch myself.
And by the way, we love Booster, by the way.
Not you love Booster.
We love Booster.
Just sign it.
I love Metatron.
Yeah, we love
everyone
Booster.
loves Metatron,
No,
but we love
no,
Booster
everyone
and
hates
Jingle All the Way.
Oh, I love
Well, actually, they think he's okay
and
now
I was
that
so
he's
sad
dead.
when he died. I was really sad.
Thanks, Curtis.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
Yep.
it's good. Yeah.
Selfie.
Here we go.
We'll do one pose. Perfect. Let's do another pose. Oh, so sexy. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you, guys.
appreciate it.
What a night.
Definitely a lot of fun watching a movie with very passionate fans.
It's always fun. Yeah.
There's nothing like it at all. I mean, because everyone just quotes, and you're not the only person who knows the quotes that you shouldn't know.
Met a lot of friends that share a lot of the love for Revenge of the Nerds that we do. But the best part is the fact that Revenge of the Nerds was shot here. So there's little things like street signs or landmarks in Tucson that pop up and everyone starts screaming and losing their minds. So it's definitely an experience that, I don't know, you can't really replicate that.
Or members of the audience who were in the movie.
Correct. We met members that are now friends with us that were Omega Moos in Revenge of the Nerds.
The casting director.
Yeah, people that were actually present when this film was created back in '84.
And my uncle was in it.
Yeah, his uncle showed his butt.
He did.
Either way though, it was a lot of fun. We are so happy we got to be a part of it. Thank you to the Loft for actually giving us permission to film inside and
keep up the great work.
Yeah, they've been killing it.
Yeah, and thank you to Curtis Armstrong for coming to Tucson to share the love for Revenge of the Nerds.
Obviously, he has a lot of love for Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes.
And don't let it be another 30 years before you come. You know?
Yeah,
Come
apparently he hasn't come back in a very long time.
He was in Phoenix.
Well, he really embraces and nurtures the fandom too, so it makes you feel a part of it, which is awesome. Yeah, it's really cool.
But either way, thank you guys for joining us on our trip to Revenge of the Nerds with Curtis Armstrong, Booger himself. Got a bunch of things signed. Yes, we got the Royal Proclamation and the book. But either way, thank you guys. You can like, you can subscribe.
You did a thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking gin joints, you know where they are. Kick into our party, feel the party, keep the party going, gets us where we need to go. We are going to the Real Rejects. Actually, Vanessa and I are headed down to the Real Rejects sometime this weekend. You could look for that, hit up the reviews, all the vlogs, the reactions, Stranger Things, there was a ton of those. And then later in December, we're going
back to
Collider.
This time it's all of us.
It's going to be a huge
It will
show.
be spectacular. Spectacular.
But either way, thank you guys so much. And as always, now it's time to say goodbye.